Good afternoon. I think I'd like to start today by thanking all the people in law enforcement, the fire departments around the tri-state area who gave their lives and all their resources on 9/11. This is a day that to me always kind of hits home. You know, having a brother who is a sergeant on the NYPD, has been on the job for 23 years. I have a brother-in-law who is a lieutenant on the FDNY, Rich Verbowens. And you know, on a daily basis, I know what their lives are like, and I know what their lives were like during that time period, during 9/11. So this is a day I think where everybody needs to remember and give thanks to the people who provide the safety, you know, that we live under every day. So we did that this morning as a team, and again, I think that's important to do. I know you guys were handed a paper when you came in, and I want to thank Bob Barchi, our president, and Greg Brown, the chair of the Board of Governors, Ken Schmidt, the chair of the Athletics Committee on the Board of Governors, Julie Herman, our athletic director, and all the other people who made it possible for that contract extension to be extended to me that I signed this morning. It's a great day for me. I understand the importance of that decision and all the things that go into it for a university, and I'm flattered and honored that they would put this program in my hands. And what this contract does for me more than anything is it gives me an opportunity to be here as the head football coach and see all these young men that I get to coach right now, see them through their graduation, and I'm looking forward to doing that. Questions?
Was this weighing on your mind for a while?
You know, this has been in the works for quite some time. You know, the conversations began before the season. So once the conversations began, I felt good that it was going to happen. So it really hasn't been a distraction to me. Just a matter of getting the details worked out, and we were able to do that this week.
Is there significance to the timing of it, Kyle?
No, I don't think there is. I think the significance of the timing was it was done as soon as it could get done. Like I said, the conversations started well before the season. So if it could have got done before the season, it would have. But again, these things, when you start talking about contracts and legal language, they take some time.
Kyle, when you look at an extension like this and what it means in the recruiting world, is there any way, especially given how many kids will be here on Saturday, is there any way to measure what it means?
I think it's important. You know, it goes in the very high percentiles of importance, because when you're recruiting a young person, they want to know that you're going to be here. And some of the players you recruit only think they're going to be here for 3 years. Some think they're going to be here for 4 years. Some want to be here for 5 years and graduate and start their masters if they can. But they want to know that you're going to be the head coach. I think stability in college football is critical, and it's important to programs, and it's very important to recruiting.
Do you think you have to? They'll know by the time they get here Saturday about it. Does that change how you can? I know you're getting ready for a game, but how you can talk to them beforehand for a couple minutes?
It's something that we'll talk about. There's no doubt. It'll be something that we'll talk about, because to me that becomes another strength of our program, is the fact that now we have stability in the head coaching position.
You talk about that stability. Was it tough not maybe having it as much coming into the season?
I think it's not tough in terms of coaching the games and coaching the team. It becomes something that you have to talk about in recruiting when it's not there. So in terms of trying to be 1-0 each week, it's really not a factor at all. But as you're trying to go out and recruit the players that are going to be the future of your program, it's one more conversation that you have to have, and it's one more question you have to answer.
Just from a timeline standpoint, about when did the negotiation begin?
It was before the season, Steve. I'd have to really probably ask Jimmy to see exactly what the start date was, but it was before the first game. It was the early stages probably of training camp.
It's rare that these are done this time of year. I mean, were you surprised at all that they would have started then, heading into a season?
I was pleased that they started. You know, that to me was something that was important, and something that I felt for us to go out and recruit the way we want to recruit with the kind of people we want to recruit. I thought it was really important. But since I've been here as the head coach, I've said this before, I've felt a lot of support from the people here at Rutgers who make the decisions, and that to me is really important.
Kyle, along the lines of recruiting, there's a new kid in the program now who has some pretty good ties in North Jersey. Can you just talk about his arrival and what it means?
Sure, yeah. Kai Hester has officially entered our program, and we're excited about that. And Kai is a player that we recruited and was committed here at one point earlier in the recruiting process. To have him back in our program, I feel the same way today that I felt the first time he had committed in the beginning. You know, Kai is somebody who is the right type of person for Rutgers. And sometimes when a player goes away, if they want to come back, it's not always the right fit, but that's not the case right now because Kai is the perfect fit. He's exactly the kind of person we want in this program. He's a tremendous football player. We knew that, but it's more important to me that he's the right kind of person. So we're excited that he's back. I know he's really excited about being back in New Jersey. I know his family's really excited about having him back here. So, now we'll get him acclimated to the football side of it, which will be fun.
He's eligible for next year.
He is not eligible to play this year. He'll have to sit out this year. He should be eligible to play next season.
So did you feel like something changed between December when you got a vote of confidence from the athletic department but not a contract extension, and now, or before the season, because you hadn't even played any games between then?
I didn't feel like anything changed all along. Since when you get a vote of confidence at the end of a season, as the coach, you go to work. So those things are important, I think, because those are the things that the potential recruits are hearing. Those are the things that the team you're coaching are hearing. And as you go through an off season and you're going through workouts and you're recruiting, all those things are important. But as the head coach, once that happens and you're in place, you go to work. We start the process the next day. Now, as I talk to recruits, the conversations to me are a lot more positive when you can talk about, hey, I just signed an extension. I'm going to be here to see your son graduate. We're going to have stability in this program because time and time again, as I talk to recruits, those things come up.
Along those lines, Thursday night is usually a kind of get away a little bit, a lot of prep's done. Does that mean more contact with recruits tonight and stuff to talk to, not only for you and the staff?
It will be, and this time of year, we do most of that stuff for us on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and we did some of it yesterday with the assistants, and I'll be on the phones tonight for sure, talking to some of the key guys before they get here on Saturday. Quite a few are going to be here on Saturday as well. So hopefully between tonight and Saturday afternoon, we'll have contact with everybody that we need to.
How did the current players react when you told them?
It was a great reaction. It was a great reaction. It was a standing ovation, which is humbling again as the head coach. To me, the program is about them. That they're the reason for the program. They're the ones who go out there and play. We're here to guide them through their careers to make sure that they're making progress academically, athletically, socially as young men. And to get that kind of reaction from them was very humbling. I appreciate it.
Two more.
A different thing with the Big Ten Network being here, and I just happened to be flipping through the channels last night. I felt like you were on an interview show everywhere. What's it been like for you just preparing for this game to do that stuff and your football stuff?
The Big Ten Network is a powerful brand, and it's a brand that only helps us accentuate our program. And I think it's important when given the opportunity to be on that we take advantage of it. And there have been some other things that have happened in the media this week that I've done. And I think those are part of your job as the head football coach. And in major college football, all of those outlets not only touch your fan base, but they touch recruiting. They touch your alumni base. And when you have an opportunity to do it, I think it's important to do it.
It's been quite a week, for some of the stuff that happened in the first 2 days. Obviously, big game with Penn State, and then this. How's the team's focus been for Penn State, considering it, first Big Ten game? How's the focus been with the team?
The team's focus has been excellent. I've been very pleased as we've gone through the week, and we got one more day tomorrow to really to finish practicing the game plan. But I've been very pleased with the way they've handled it. I think some of the games we've played the last couple of years have helped get us ready to handle a game that's getting the kind of attention that this game is, because ultimately this game is about being 1-0. This game is about implementing a game plan and then executing a game plan on Saturday. And that part of it won't be any different than any other game we play. The difference is all the energy and all the excitement that surrounds it, and we need to continue to use that energy and excitement to fuel what we're doing in preparation.
Thanks, Kyle.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.